What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part 9 of my Total War Warhammer 3 Elspeth von Draken Immortal Empires campaign. So as we saw last time, a pretty darn eventful episode. First we had a very nice quest battle, and we got to try out Theodore Bruckner as well, who looks pretty darn cool when he activates that Stormlance ability of his. And he got to duel an enemy lord, and has started to level up fairly nicely already, considering how long it took us to get him on the field. In addition to that, we were able to try out the frickin' landship, which was absolutely glorious. The wonder of the age, truly a wonder, as it broke the ranks of the enemy. The bow of the landship moving through Norskins, waves, figurative waves of Norskins, a landship that it is. A beautiful sight, and in only 3 turns we will be able to build other landships, so it's gonna have some friends real soon. Anyway, between the episodes I went ahead and moved a few armies around and named some units, mainly while doing that, just to get a little bit of extra screen time saved. First of all, I deleted the Grundle's defenders here because they're not really needed in this army, and replaced them with an Amethyst rocket battery, the purple Sunmaker, to join the regular Sunmaker. I mean, we had to. It was the only way. We couldn't avoid it. The other Hellstorm Rocket Cannon was named Ultima Ratio Imperatorum, which I'm surprised actually fit in the character limit, but hey, it fit. The last argument of emperors, like the Ultima Ratio Regum famous phrase. And with 3, I think that's enough of these things. So there was a comment that suggested it is the Hellstorm Rockets that are actually causing the desyncs. If that is in fact the case, we might actually move the Hellstorm Rocket out of this army and put it elsewhere, just so that Elspeth's army is the only one that suffers the desync. At least that's an idea. Anyway, let's continue. There were more names added. Nuln and Void, fantastic name, is given to one of the other unit of Amethyst. Outriders there. Then we already had the Scythes of Morr and the Swords of Midnight, but we have added Callista's Honor Guard in honor of the cat of someone from the comments, and may Morr bless Kitty with all the best places to nap forevermore. Forevermore, huh, that might be a decent name. Yeah, I definitely have a soft spot. My own cat is kind of like the unofficial mascot of this channel. He has interrupted a good third of the videos, I think, and has certainly caused me to make many unnecessary edits, and a couple of times has shut down the PC by pressing the button, but, well, I love him all the same. Anyway, the Ebony Thorns were another unit added for the Knights of Morr. The Mortars added at last, and joined by the Morr Wagons. War Wagons, fantastic as well. This army is going to have just a huge level of Morr puns in it, as it already has a good 5, I think, that are Morr puns. It's pretty nice. Anyway, I think that's all the ones I added, or at least all the ones I remember right now, but if I missed one, we'll probably come across it later, and of course we've got more names coming as well. Anyway, in terms of what we gotta do this turn, Eben Pfeiffer is going to attack the Forbidden Citadel, though I don't remember whether we actually have to fight this. What do we have here? Oh, defenses are pretty meager, actually. Let's, I think we can freely auto-resolve this. I'm curious to see if there's another army nearby. I don't see one. So what we'll do is we'll immediately take this. Take out, yeah, basically no damage. Then we'll occupy it, and then we'll leave the settlement, regardless of the attrition, and then we will immediately transfer it to these guys. I don't think they'll die. At least I doubt it, but, they want to trade. Wait, 1 second. Trade, ooh. Lots of factions want to trade. You know what? We can still trade with the Masters of Innovation, but I think because we acquired an iron source here is why everybody wants to trade, even though they didn't last episode. We will trade with the Western provinces, who are doing pretty good. I'm a little bit concerned by the fact that they don't have an ally in Gelt, but we do see that the Golden Order is alive and trading, so there is that at least. Let's do the trade agreement and let's stay friends, shall we? We could certainly use some Cathian stuff in our armies as well. Anyway, we are going to talk to the Masters of Innovation again. Okay, I got distracted by all the other Diplo stuff. Talk to the Masters of Innovation and trade them the Forbidden Citadel. They don't want it. Ah, we have to pay them to give it to them. Well, that's unfortunate. But it's level 1, and it has a resource game. Why? Why? They'll probably want it if we build something. I kind of don't want to spend the money on it. What's the cheapest building we have? 900? 900? I guess we could build a military building there, or a money building, doesn't really matter. Would the AI be more helped by the money building? I think it would. Fine, we'll take the turn here then, and then uncollect the income, and then just hope that they don't lose the Altar of Spawns, because I would like to trade it to them. Though I suppose if they do lose the Altar of Spawns, we'll just wander our way down here and trade more territory to them. Ooh, I also see the Monolith of Flesh nearby has been taken by Danny Boy, who's still alive. Interesting. Interesting. He may have died out in the other campaigns, but not in this one, or at least not yet. We'll see what Elspeth has to say about all that. Next, we have a new tech. We've already done the building for this particular turn, and the tech will be... I mean, we may as well go through mounted weaponry all the way into rifled barrels. I mean, we still need massive piles of schematics, and this will continue buffing up all of our gun units. Yeah, let's do that.
What are we if we do not advance?
Alright, and I believe that's good. We're still below 10k, unfortunately, though we could actually be there if we were to collect income from Ackendorf. It's just that it would rebel if we did so. We'll leave it there for at least a few turns while it stabilizes, and then we'll get back into it. Now we're ready to end the turn, or if we aren't, I'm going to end it anyway, because, yeah, there we go. Oh! Actually, I just realized something. With the taking of the Forbidden Citadel, it is perhaps the case, or it may be the case, that we've finally leveled up to level 12 with both Felix and Gotrek. So that might be nice. A defensive alliance with Karl. What do you guys think? Is there any reason to or not to do defensive alliances with the various Empire factions? I feel like they will be less inclined to confederate if we have alliances with them. But I could be wrong about that. It could be a holdover from something that used to be an issue. People say that it's... I think people say it's no longer an issue, but I kind of feel like it still is. But anyway, you, Eben, go around here. It looks like Wolfrick's walking this way. He decided not to attack Serena Katrin's army, which is interesting. We will still nonetheless trade the Forbidden Citadel, and I imagine it's actually worth money now. Wait. Let's double check trades. Only Karakern, eh? Confederation? No, no dice. Alright, nothing else there is particularly interesting, so we'll leave that alone, but we will still trade the Forbidden Citadel to you. Forbidden Citadel. And if they lose it, they lose it, and trade, and they still don't want a defensive alliance without us giving them massive amounts of cash, eh? Well, they probably will eventually, so... Do we take their money so that they die? I feel kind of bad. Just give them... We'll just give them the Forbidden Citadel. I'm not going to take their money. And they need it. They need it to survive. Frankly, I prefer they survive and eventually give us various dwarven doohickeys, so... Yeah. Anyway. Ibn, you... are saving points. Okay, so you're not going to do anything, but you guys are indeed level 12, so Helping Hand, giving you melee attack and damage resistance buff to a lord or hero, including but not limited to Gotrek. Sweet Talker gives us men and dwarf relations. Nice. Slaneshi Giggle. And immunity to diplomatic penalties from trespassing. Don't we? Oh, no. For a second, I thought that we already had that immunity to Elspeth, but I was thinking of the Gardens of Morr, which confer it, but there's a limit, right? I mean, in the amount that we have. Next, we'll go for Glorified Sentry, which gives us the physical resistance in area for lords and heroes, and a Lethal Romancer's kind of, -8 is not bad, but it's only for a single unit. Or make him hit considerably harder. I mean, we're obviously going to get both. I don't know why I'm bothering to think about it. Let's get Committed Blood Oath for now, and Attribute Unbreakable for Felix as well, and the two can get nice and healthy when they're around each other. Though, Nobody tell Gotrek is that's why he's staying healthy. Melee attack when attacking for Lord's Army, Treasure Hunter, magic item drop chance and income from post-battle loot, both very nice, and Unwavering, Fear, and Perfect Vigor. Only Fear and not Terror, right? Okay, sure. Well, let's see if Wolfric goes for this. Also, you have a point. Let's start moving you into Triangulation. You are a Mechanist, and you do have all-terrain vehicle. Then you will need to be transferred to another army as well. Speaking of these guys, I just want to double-check. Knowledgeable, Determined, Bandolier. Okay, now. Just got to keep checking the heroes, because... Oh, this guy better not get deleted. You know what? I'm going to summon him and then delete him. Just so that we can get him back. There we go. At least this way he doesn't cost us anything, at least not now, but then we can use him when we need him with those Hawkland scopes. Now we can't hit Myrmidons, but we can go to Verdanos, so Verdanos it shall be, then down to Myrmidons and then back around. There we go, and we'll occupy the place. Alright, and we have an exotic animal tamer here, and woodsman, yeah sure. I do wonder whether that opened up more trade opportunities. Alas, it did not. But not to worry. More trade opportunities will come, I'm sure. You, sir. Huh. It looks like Boris Todbringer is alive, which is great. I also see Festus nearby. I would like you all to sort of move together. And I would like you to land in 3 turns, but also to try not to get killed by Festus while you're out here.
Make way for the Imperial fleet.
He can't reach us here, can he? I hope not. Because we'll see. You know what? You two have to stay near each other. I feel like we want to besiege the Brass Keep. Yeah, we got allies nearby, but hey, Boris isn't even at war with you. The heck? And this is why these guys keep staying alive. Yeah. I was actually going to delete this army. The thing is, this is the beginnings of our Mechanist army, and... that's not quite how we're going to do it. Oh, wait, I just realized something. Oh, damn. I should have stayed in our own territory. Problem. We can get a... Okay, you move up here. Okay, we'll move up here next turn. It'll only cost us 1 turn, I guess. We can now get another of the Emperor's Wrath copies, I believe, which we definitely want to put to good use. Next up, Albric, you're going to march stance out here. I don't imagine Wolfric would be able to reach you in any way. You're still heading to this army to transfer those units. Lovely. And that's it. Alright, not much to do this turn, admittedly, but not to worry. There will be battles and stuff to find. Occupy Drakenhof. Yes to your upgrade. Ostermark. Nothing to be built here, nothing here. Or at least nothing important. It's not that it's nothing, it's just that we have bigger priorities right now. Wissenland, Solon, Forest of Gloom can be upgraded, and Griffinwood can be upgraded as well. Well, we'll upgrade the Moneymakers, Laneshi Giggle, and we'll be good to go. Eckendorf is gaining public order once more at 0 now, so we can collect the income, putting us back over 10k and allowing us to continue building stuff. Beautiful. And it's what we wanted. Nice. Now we can end the turn and see if Wolfric decides to attack Gotrek and Felix. Man, I want to see something. You. No, you. What does this do again? It is an upkeep reduction for all gunnery units. Not necessarily mechanical gunnery units, huh? Range, reload, enemy units enforced are revealed regardless of distance. I'm just wondering who to give this to. Explosive missile damage plus 10% missile explosion radius. I wonder if this is more effective on artillery, or now that our regular guns have a slight explosive damage in terms of exploding bullets. Not by much, mind you, only 1 base. Yeah, 10% of 1 isn't going to make much of a difference, is it? Probably not. I actually don't know whether the game calculates things rounded and even, or whether it does things like 1.367492, you know what I mean. Well, I'm not going to bother looking into it, so let's end turn and let's proceed. Alright, Festus, where are you going to go? What you going to do? I guess we'll take the extra turn to go back around and grab a second Emperor's Wrath for our Mechanist army, and besides, these extra turns all will lead us to getting additional defensive alliance? No. Bunch of Confed instead, -4, right? The thing is, he's probably losing his armies to Festus, so we'll decrease the likelihood of that happening. Oh! She killed him without us having to interfere. Go figure.
As the Empire.
Well, that's nice. That's real nice. Alright, well, you all still need to meet up, so you're going to land here. And I guess we could do this right now. So we're gonna do it right now. Right? Wait. Can you not reach him?
The Empire.
Oh, just short. Oh, game. Alright, fine. In camp.
Maintain supply line.
Go here. We're gonna need to start channeling with that army as well. And ooh, the Dreadfleet and Clan Rictus have been destroyed. Granted, neither one of those two was any kind of threat to us and are too far away to bother the Empire, but still interesting to see. And just how the AI factions sort of behave on the map, you know what I mean? Anyway, Pirates of Sartosa. You're about to lose another settlement. To Myrmidons we go. And I see Ruinous is running. Durthu's getting ready to assault Skaven Blight. We can obviously out-resolve this. And occupied as well. And not quite complete the western border princes, but getting near to it. Theodore Bruckner, you have Reaper now. And... I hesitate to get rid of two very high rank Knights of the Black Rose, so I feel like we'll transfer them over. I do want to replace them with Demigryph Knights, though I suppose we actually need to build the structure here. The menagerie. And oh, let's start with the Tailors Guild. Also you. Reiksguard, Knights of the Blazing Sun, Knights of the Black Rose and Empire Knights, and Demigryph Knights reduction for the Black Rose Chapter House, and includes recruitment rank for the Knights of the Black Rose. Passive ability, Iron Resolve as well. Yeah, fine. I mean, it's stupidly expensive, but we'll build all of this at once and do all our money, because that'll make this turn particularly easy. And then in one turn, we get land ships, and in 4 turns, we get some Demigryph Knights. And we'll keep the Royal Altdorf Griffites together with Bruckner, because if he has Reaper to lead them, Alpha Griff that it is, we can put them together. At least unless I decide to separate him into a separate army from Elspeth's. Because frankly, she doesn't really need the help. Let's be real here. It's nice to have Bruckner and it's nice to have Demigryphs in this army, but her army is strong enough without. But I will still consider it. And besides, eventually, we're probably going to be going down here and facing up against Scarbrand and such, so yeah. I also noticed this thing's still up, even though the Nemesis Crown has been sealed away. I wonder if this is still active, like if we go to it with Elspeth, will anything happen? I guess we'll find out next turn. Also, okay, I had to double check that he had Root Marcher, because I got worried that I never did Root Marcher, and then... Oh, there's a problem. We need money. Oh, wait. Boris, go right here for a sec.
My journey begins.
The Emperor's Wrath costs exactly 2.4k to summon. Alright, we're going to have to delay the livery by 1 turn. Let's wait. Laura and Carrick Hearn, anything else here that could get us money? Well, we could get all the money by getting a defensive alliance with Reichland, but I'm not sure that would help. On the other hand, maybe we don't try to confederate Reichland. You know what, I'm actually curious to see whether this is in fact the case. So, currently our confederation level with them is minus 43.6. If we do defensive alliance... And this will give us vision. It is now still 44, right?
Yes. What?
43.6, yeah, it hasn't changed. Maybe it's a military alliance that changes, because I swear I tried it, like, relatively recently, and it did, in fact, lower the chances. But anyway, for now, what is important is getting another Emperor's Wrath. Ludicrously expensive though it may be, it's necessary, people, completely necessary. Also, still no military access, Boris? Man, you're being... Just stop it, Boris. If we march stance you to here, at least we won't end up in Boris's territory for the long haul. You guys go here, and go here as well. And you have 2 turns. Plague ship, 2 turns. Stay here, I guess. Still better than getting the plague. You can actually channel. Nice. And, oh, right, we need to get you in the army as well, so it's actually probably good that you're moving.
True servant of Sigma.
And you know what we also need? We also need to build a few buildings to allow us to get warrior priests. But anyway, let's keep hunting turns until we get some battles going. For now, we're just making retrofits and moving things to things, but that's fine. At least for now. And we have, no, we have no real money to spend, so skip the rest of this end of the turn and proceed. I'm almost tempted to attack Black Buckthorn. I wonder if he stays here or whether he moves far away. If he stays here, we could sail out, probably. I guess it depends if Argalis is within range of us or whether we have to cross something. You want us to attack Clan Morrs. Frankly, you look to be doing pretty okay. And while we... Oh, wow, he's strength rank 2. Very nice. And while we could declare war on them, it's not like we need to get any friendlier with you, so there's no need to have issues with those rats. Plus, I'm like 99% sure they don't exist. Migration gives control reduction in favor of growth. I think I'd like the control more, so be gone for now. And yeah, he moved away. I'd rather go this way. Alright. Cross Elspeth. And to Argalis we go, and we can reach it in one turn. Winter 2 destroyed! Hey, we don't have to go up there ourselves. Fantastic. Though I guess Daniel's still nearby, but nonetheless. Take Argalis. And Bruckner lost the Everwood route, most likely because he... he gained the mount, as somebody pointed out in the comments. That's what's causing all of the items to pop off. Occupy. At least occupying all these territories is giving us plenty of schematics to work with. Very nice. Council of Burgomeisters, let's get the village up and running. Every single thing here will need walls. The border princes will be our... oh, these guys are very much alive. I kind of wanted Kofor Harbor, but... well, we'll see. I'm just curious. You're at war with the last defenders in the Chevalier de Lyonesse. Who he's not at war with is the Sigmarite faction. Interesting. Does that mean they're dead? Also, what do we have here? Festus? Ugh, that's a lot of heroes. And that's a lot of chosen. Yeah, I think for now I don't think these armies can take this. Not to worry though, in only a couple turns we'll get more land ships and that should help out. And, oh, in fact, we can start recruiting them right now. Master Engineer. There's another one with Hawkland scopes. We probably could get the other one as well. Tough Arch-Lector, Noble Arch-Lector. I'm just taking a look at the other ones. Weapon Master. Really nothing interesting. Our cavalry army has to be led by a general of the Empire, but our cavalry army can wait. Yeah, let's get another one with Hawkland scopes. And you can build the 2 land ships. If I can find them in here. Yes. 3 turns. Oh wow, they take a while to build. Yeah. Let's build 2 land ships to join the Wonder of the Age. And... no. Let's build 4 land ships. I mean, it's going to be 2, but we're going to replace 2 more of them with more steam tanks, so that we have 3 land ships, including the Wonder of the Age, 2 Emperor's Wrath steam tanks, and 2 Hellblaster steam tanks, and then Thunder Barges and War Wagons. But until we can unlock those steam tanks, we have to, you know... we have to deal with more land ships. You guys. What's the best way to do this? Wait. If we can bait them into attacking us, maybe. You... who should be ambushing? Let's do this. Swap the land ship and the Emperor's Wrath to the Mechanist army. Kind of makes sense. Then you can go into ambush stance. And then you can go right here, and then you can go right here with your very, very basic-looking troops that we intend to delete. Once we destroy Festus, we can also move up here. Oh, this is also part of our short campaign victory. We should probably, yeah, look into doing that ASAP. Yeah, everybody else stay where they are. Sorry about the relative admin level of the early parts of this episode, but it's one of the reasons why I wanted to do the names... yeah, you can move over here. Well, I wanted to do the names prior to this. Go here. And we're going to swap some troops. I wonder if we need to help the Masters of Innovation with Danny boy. You guys, swap. You, and you. And you too. That puts us at 20 out of 20. And we will replace... If the rockets are indeed causing the desyncs, we should replace them. I was thinking about replacing the engineer with Ulrika, because this is a mechanist engineer, and he needs to be in the other army anyway. Though he is, I'm sure, being very helpful to at least some of the units in here. It's not like this is a particularly... Well, I mean, it is a decently missile-heavy army. It still needs to have a engineer. Not entirely sure what else we'd get rid of. We could replace another Hawkland long rifle with a iron side, not bother with them at all. I'll think about it. Either way, you are no longer necessary. In fact, this entire army is sadly no longer necessary. You will be back, sir, to recruit more and probably to lead our cavalry army, but I think all of this can be deleted. And it's costing us money that we don't really need to spend. And there we go, and you can act on your own here. The question is, act on your own where? We could keep helping moving through Norska. I really would like vision of these guys, that's the thing. If we could see what was going on in their territories. Non-aggression pact with Kuhan, sure. Military access and trade agreement, sure, and give us money. And, oh, Be'lakor is attacking them. Quite a bit, mind you. Okay, I'll have to pay attention to those developments. Reichland wants military access. Ostland, please. 1.6. What is this? Ostland has been edging me for so long. It's unbelievable. We don't need the outpost with you. You want us to defeat Kuchar and Festus? Sure. We don't really care about the allegiance with you either, but why not? Why not, Carl? You will join Balderic's army. Oh, we should probably pop you where the ambush chance is much higher, so you go here. You go here. Though I'm a little bit concerned about trying an ambush in the tree line with all of these war wagons. Might be kind of an issue. You enter the army, please. And do either of you have levels? Not really. At least not levels to the point that we can concern ourselves with them. Not gonna bother leveling them. Frankly, I doubt that this will work. This ambush, I mean. But it might. So we can find out next turn by doing the buildings and then ending the turn. So let's do that. Ostermark is good. Beckhofen, ready for an upgrade. And that's pretty much all our money. In fact, I doubt we'll be able to afford to upgrade anything else. Ah, there we go. Salzenmund. Let's upgrade you, and we're good to go. So skip, 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 and turn. Come on, Festus. Show us why they call you the bestest. I'm just watching for the, no dice. No dice, it's okay, it's okay. I'd still rather have Elspeth's army fight it. Defense Alliance, no. How about Confederation? No, minus 16. Alright, well, you guys stick. Oh, the ambush failed. Well, that's okay. You can go back here. You can go back here. And Constructor Zintler.
I could improve this ship.
You could improve this ship? I'm sure you could. Are you not able to... Okay, what is this? Ambush foiled, yeti yeti. Clan Scryer destroyed Durthu. I was not expecting that. And hey, Ulrika's on the field as well. Though, where does she spawn? Oh, wait. Or will she be on the field shortly? With such expenses and necessary infiltration will surely yield results. Okay, we're going to give this a read in a second. I'm trying to get you into this actual army here.
Sigmar guides us forth.
Movement unavailable. Dismiss events and... Oh, fine. Alright, game. Stop screwing me. Alright, the reports were not exaggerated. Bodies abound, rather, were discovered clawed, savaged, and feasted upon by some unholy creature. A peasant comes forth, speaking of a near-deadly encounter with a seemingly feral vampire, before the intervention, of an aristocrat known as Countess Gabriella prevented him from becoming the creature's victim. Curiously, the Countess addressed the vampire as Ulrika. If this is the same individual that Karl Franz once recalled saving his life from a would-be assassin, then further investigation is required. The peasant believes the Countess and Ulrika have retreated to Nachthofen Castle. Entering the Citadel will require you to masquerade as nobility, best achieved with the help of a gold-laden treasure vault. with quests like this, I'm curious, who is this directed to? Like, who among the... I mean, masquerade as nobility? Who's masquerading as nobility among the leaders of the Empire and the dwarfs and basically anybody who can recruit Ulrika? That's my question. But anyway, I'm just saying it's nobody's masquerading there, if it's fact. Anyway, Constructor Zintler, what do you have again? Alright, Master Builder. That's all fine, and frankly, probably could have helped you construct this stuff faster, but we're busy. We'll just use you to ferry stuff over. We could delete Constructor Zintler for now and get him back, rather than having him waste 1,200 gold per turn. Alright. All looking good, and just out of curiosity, how many more turns until the next Emperor's Wrath? 6. Oh, right, we also have the, we also have our friendly war wagons, eh? Oh, wow, Argulon, we've certainly started to rack up some nice, we have Sisters of the Thorn here? Wild Riders, Glade Riders, no. But if we get Sisters of the Thorn later, I'd love to put them in an army. They're quite nice. Anyway, you guys stay here. I'd like this army to actually try to push out and attack us. Not so sure that it's gonna happen, but, well, if they want to wait around for Elspeth, then that's fine. Speaking of, Elspeth, head to Lucchini, we'll take that, and then we'll loop back around to Sartosa. Which is only tier 3, surprisingly. I wonder if it got sacked or, yeah, sacked by somebody at some point. And, well, there's the treasury, easy enough. And the next level is unlock Ulrika or no half measures, no quarter, execute her. Upon gaining entry into Nachthofen Castle, you discover that it indeed harbors the vampire Ulrika Magdova Straghoff and her mentor Countess Gabriella. While both are incredibly strong in their own right, Ulrika's lack of control has caught up with her, causing the two to be backed into a corner and outmatched by the adversary before them. Let me fight them, Ulrika snarls, her fangs bared and swords unsheathed. I've bested greater warriors in single combat. I will not be found wanting for... Before she continue, Gabriella swiftly steps forward to present another option. Let them go, for Ulrika was turned against her will by a vampire countess, and Gabriella continues, explaining that she was fulfilling a promise to train the young vampiress to do no harm. To do appropriate harm would be the... Okay, anyway. The story seems genuine, but can such creatures of the night be trusted? The Sisterhood, who play the games of political misdirection? No, it is clear what must be done. Recruiter. Alright, onward into Glory Ride. Clearly, though Ulrika and Gabriella are no friends of the Ruinous powers, they cannot be allowed to act on their own accord. Ulrika will not return to Nachthofen Castle, but will instead continue her training in our service. While many are unhappy with this decision, perhaps she will find redemption through through fighting our enemies, or peace and a noble death. Where did she spawn? Would have been nice if she spawned near Gotrek and Felix. Don't tell me she spawned... She did. She spawned with Elspeth. No, we're gonna send her to Gotrek and Felix. It's gonna be a long, long way to travel there. But what can you do? I feel like she belongs there. Attribute immune to psychology. Just gonna take a look at what she does again for the army. 8 melee defense when defending. Is there really ever any time where an Elspeth's army is not attacking? Probably pretty rare. It's not a defensive army. And while I do love the spells of the Lore of Shadows, specifically Pit of Shade spam, it's not going to be nearly as good as the... well, it's not going to be nearly as useful in Elspeth's army because, well, we don't have a lot of... you go this way. We don't have a lot of units for it to make use of. I also see a Skull Reef there. Good. And damn, Durthu. He's putting in work. He's wiping those rats out, though I would have actually really liked the Archecclesiastium of Myrmidia. Hopefully we could trade him for it or something. And damn, look at Bretonia. Bretonia is basically dead. Alright, we're gonna send an army or two there. I was originally gonna send the Mechanist army that way, and that's looking like it's going to be the case if we ever get a battle this episode also. These guys are at war. How are you doing? How are you doing, friend? Oh, military alliance. You know what? I'll pay you. I want to see what's going on here. We want vision. It's looking okay. You've not reclaimed Krakadrag for whatever reason. don't think we'd have to do it ourselves for you, do we? Malachi's army is still pretty basic. I imagine he should be able to take the Monolith of Flesh himself, which means if Serena Katrin can work on Wulfric from 2 directions at once, Slaneshi Giggle, is this army needed here? And we could move this way. Shore up this border. The Goromani tribe have kind of encroached into Prague. Or we could make sure that that Wulfric is done for good. And if we keep traveling this way, we might be able to get a contest with Bellicor versus Gotrek and Felix. That might be the way. Alright, start moving this way. Chaos Corruption is still pretty high, though, so we'd suffer attrition if we're not careful. Anyway, I believe that's it. How long until those land ships are up and ready? 2 turns, alright. We do have a little bit of money to spend. We gotta get at least 2 battles. I mean, this has been very, very admin. City for you, city for me. There we go. And, well, at least our money is depleting fast. It's the admin is quick in this manner. Like so, and nothing else to build at Ackendorf. Alright, fine, fine, fine. We'll start on those cities. We really need the defenses up and running, though. Sooner rather than later. Scarby does not like us. He seems angry about something. Will Ruinous stay, or will she run with Elspeth nearby? She will stay. I wonder if we can force a field battle by taking an extra turn. It would be nice. Malachi, what do you want? You want us to join the war against Legion of Chaos, eh? Go take the Monolith of Flesh. Is this a full stack hanging around here, I wonder? It is a full stack. So you could lose territory if this guy comes this way. I'm gonna say no for now, but we probably will. We gotta do something. Ally has been attacked. The Shadow Legion attacking Reichland. Yeah, of course. We'll enter the war against Bellicor. That was inevitable anyway. Mounted weaponry. Nice. Battle Masters for the Empire defeat Bellicor. We will. Elspeth. Go here. And besiege Sartosa. What's the likelihood that these guys sally out? Decisive victory, low casualties? Probably nil. They won't sally out. In fact, there's a likelihood that Ernest would just try to escape by sea. Which means we'll probably attack. Unfortunately, sieges are the most broken, so we'll have to do that one manually, but what can you do? Oh, for the love of... Well, you're gonna quickly retake some stuff, ain't ya? Ain't no chance you got block army, do ya? No, assault units and wound. Alright, so we need to take this turn and then book it on back. I mean, I suppose good on the AI for trying it, but all this will do is annoy us and not really achieve anything for the AI. Festus, you moved away from Brass Keep. Surely that was not the right idea.
Bringing plans to fruition.
The question is, will he fight?
I serve the Heldenhammer.
Will these 2 armies fight? I doubt it. And this army will probably run.
Compelled by good sense.
Let's hope. Come on, come on. Stay and fight, stay and fight. Nah. Oh. However. Ah, you're screwed now. Alright, we got close. Ooh, or did we? Okay, here's a problem. We need to put you close enough to actually be in range, but this guy's kind of blocking it. Meaning... if we try to attack you... Question is, where would you... This guy would probably run down here and we wouldn't be able to reach him. I want to attack both, but I want this army to come in as a reinforcement. The problem of this is... I can't quite tell if this is close enough. I fear it might not, but let's find out. Go here.
So many ideas.
No, it's not close enough. Ha. He's kind of nestled in the mountain territory there. Wait, what if we go here? Ah, that's close now. Beautiful. Now we can draw them in and get 2 steam tank Emperor's Wraths and the land ship working together. Go.
Follow my battle schematics, and victory shall be ours.
Alright, I certainly hope so, cause here we go, oh my lord, look at all those mortar shells, ain't it a beautiful sight? The first battle of the fledgling Mechanist army. It's going to grow, it's going to get stronger, but this is where it begins, and it begins with mortar and cannon fire all at once. Cannons coming in from the steam tanks and land ships, and already knocking down a few of the enemy units on this first army deployed out here, and the mortar shells soon to follow at the enemy, well, infantry presuming, as the mortars probably just fired as soon as they got onto the field. And there we go, the land ship as well, moving together with two now units of the Emperor's Wrath tanks. Although their color schemes do look fairly different. We'll see what the regular land ship color scheme looks like as well. But yeah, once again, I do like everything nice and colorful and visible on the battlefield. We've also got our regular war wagons, so the handgunners within get to sniping, and we should be able to knock out that unit of marauder horses very, very quick. They should put iron sides in there rather than regular handgunners, just to make them even nastier. And there we go, gun the enemy down. It looks like those poor horsemen are having a pretty bad day. Looks like a fireball hits one of the war wagons from one of the enemy sorcerer lords, or well, one of the enemy sorcerers, I should say. There's a lord and a hero, but the war wagons will continue annoying them and should be able to knock them out fairly quickly. They do fairly decent damage, especially at numbers like this. We'll see at what degree we can level them to with buffs and with veterancy combined. Very interested to compare them to the SFO variant. Otherwise, it looks like the main enemy stack has already arrived on the field. We've got our own reinforcements coming in about 30 seconds, but we'll have to contend with this ourselves. Now, our war wagons with mortars are in stock because they share the aspect with regular mortar units, but the other regular war wagons are not in stock, as they don't count for that buff. So we'll have to allow these guys to annoy the enemy army as it approaches. Not much in the way of accuracy, but at the end of the day, neither is the Hellstorm rocket battery particularly accurate. Alrighty, a land ship and two steam tanks firing away as they return to the fray. These guys might run out of ammunition, but we have restock available on the regular war wagons, and they can just stock those steam tanks right up, should it be required to do so. And doggos are going to move out with some chariots ahead of the enemy line, but the land ship and steam tanks will meet them in battle. Kind of like an icy version of Fury Road here, with all these contraptions trundling around. Fury Road on ice, I guess. And there we go. It does look like some of the doggos have found one of our mortar war wagons, so we're going to get them the heck out of there. An enemy Chaos Lord attempts to chase our Life Wizard around, but there are far too many units of war wagons, and he will get gunned down, well, reasonably quick. Looks like the enemy here is terrified, and, well, they're all terrified here, including the Chaos Chariots of Nurgle, as they just got way too close to the land ship and the steam tanks. Alright, main enemy army not here yet, but okay, don't ram each other, guys. But we approach. But we don't need to move into melee quite yet, as these guys are sort of milling around, and we do still have to take care of all these doggos and chariots. The chariots should be going down fairly easily, as the war wagons of the regular types should be able to snipe them down with ease, though I think the doggos might prove to be something of a little more of an issue, especially as we don't have enough steam tanks to guard the war wagons from this type of thing, which is what we'd normally want to do. So gun them down as best you can, though it'll take a while, I'm sure, and the army will upgrade itself with more steam tanks and more, not war wagons, more land ships. Speaking of the steam tanks, looks like they're surrounded by doggos now, but the doggos may as well be doing nothing to them, as the steam tanks are still basically full HP. Mortar fire continues to drop down down on the enemy, and finally, our reinforcements have arrived. Frankly, it's looking like they're not really needed, but they can help out a little bit because eventually we will delete these units that we got for free from a confederation. They are mostly basic Empire troops. I mean, there's a unit of halberds in here, but yeah, mostly basic Empire troops, and hey, we can always bail them out here with the landship as it moves back in and continues going through the enemy lines, all while firing. Of course, the balance of power has shifted to about 90% in our favor. Nothing can stop the landship in this particular army, especially as the enemy lacks range firepower to annoy these. Landmine comes down from the landship, clearing its way and allowing it to move once again and hopefully get another big charge into the enemy, while the steam tanks continue running completely amok and destroying the enemies without suffering too much damage, and all the while the mortar shells continue to drop by as well. There we go. And with that, the balance of power shifts to about 100% in our favor, and the enemy army will rout. The most damage having been done to our units of spears and swords here that were forced to fight some swordsmen of Nurgle, and a little bit on some of the war wagons as well, as they were getting annoyed by doggos. But as we can see, the HP on the landship and the steam tanks, once again without enemy range units to contend with, well, these guys did just fine. Alright, just gonna knock out that beast in Nurgle and those Chaos Spawn. The demonic units have to be banished, and the Chaos Spawn are unbreakable and have to be destroyed. Mass of the beast is not enough and will be pushed ahead by the steam tank and then run down. A beautiful sight. And then into the back line of those poor Chaos Spawn. I wonder if the cannons will fire point blank. That would have been pretty neat. And just see the cannon just ride up and just fire completely point blank, exploding a Chaos Spawn. And there we go. Down go the spawn, and only the chase remains. And let's say this army should be pretty darn decent at chasing, whether it be the landship or whether it be the war wagons with the snipey units. There's an Awakening of the Wood coming in from our mage, and a mine to help out deal additional damage as well. Just wanted to get a few more shots of the landship and the war wagons and doing their thing, as we're going to enjoy armies of this variety quite a lot throughout this campaign, and I'm enjoying them already. Anyway, one last mine. There we go. Well done to the landship. You got nearly 200 kills and plenty of damage. And with that, we'll call the battle. Alright, very, very nice. Easy little fight, but it was really quite fun to control by virtue of the fact that this army currently has a ton of war wagons. The war wagons make the army function really, really differently, as it's a high micro sort of riding around, gunning jerks down sort of army, and they did pretty well in terms of damage as well. Not as well, perhaps, as the steam tanks or the landship doing way more than the steam tanks, surprisingly, or perhaps unsurprisingly, as it is a regiment of renown. But yeah, very, very nice. I'm a little bit surprised at how little damage the mortars dealt in this particular case, but to be fair, at the same time, the enemy army was never in a real nice blob for the mortars to put in the most work in, and thus the regular war wagons were able to do better. They're not quite as good in this as they are in SFO, but they're really, really nasty in SFO. I just constantly spam war wagons in SFO because I really like them as support army units, as in you can have a secondary army following your main army around that is able to A, join the battle quickly, B, snipe anything and everything, and C, restock your ammunition as well. They're great ammunition train sort of follower. Price Sigmar, I guess, to reclaim the one war wagon that got destroyed by warhounds, which was somewhat annoying, but, well, what could we do? Now you are in... Okay, you two, stay out here.
Sigma be
I
praised.
wonder if these guys will sally out and try to attack us here. I doubt it, but you never know. At the very least, though, we got a battle and I'm happy about it. You can't channel and you can't switch stances. How long until you get a mount? Oh, 7, alright. It's gonna be a while. More importantly, though, awakening the wood into life bloom into earth blood. There we go. Even with the first level of earth blood, we are going to get a lot more mileage out of the mechanical stuff. And speaking of the mechanical stuff, let's check back with our gunnery school. You get the more power ability for steam tanks? Sure. Exploding ammunition for steam tanks? Sure. Emergency repairs for steam tanks? Well, well, well. Go for it. And mortars, dazed contact effect, including for these guys. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of schematics on the one hand. On the other, we have to get all these upgrades eventually anyway, so why not get them now? We're collating? Oh no, no office talk on vacation, please, please. PTSD. Oh, what was I saying? We're collecting all the upgrades anyway, so... well, no, we're collecting schematics to get all the upgrades anyway. Should really get this for the various pistoliers and stuff as well. Anyway... You still need the tier 5 at Nuln, and you need to use a Spirit Barrage. Okay, so to unlock the final tier, which will have an Amethyst Landship, we'll need that, so it'll take a while. And by that I mean tier 5 at Nuln. Well, maybe not a while, but it'll take a few episodes, let's say. So we'll wait. Elspeth, you've probably got a battle on your hands as well, which we'll do in a second. Eben, you can keep moving. Although Serena Katrin's doing really good at conquering stuff. Like, shockingly good. Guess we could loop around, maybe grab Varg Camp for her. How many territories do you have, Wolfric?
The chieftains.
6. Alright, well, if we're on the way to Be'lakor anyway, who did just declare warness. Hello, Be'lakor. What you doing out here? You are currently at war with Kuhan and with Reichland, but you are not at war with Marienburg. Or Durthu, but, interesting. Alright, we did want to try to get the Bordeaux Harbor for ourselves. That's a rich port. With lots of wine and possibly port available there. But anyway. Alright, Elspeth are going to fight in a sec. Let's spend some money and then let's get into it. Let's upgrade Akendorf first this time. Oh. Well, Akendorf, yes, but the western border princes, no. Defenses up here. In Matorka, oh, we won't be able to build defenses and money, but oh well, what can you do? And still, we need defenses at Kirik Angazar, regardless of the pasture. Though the pasture will help us grow the place a lot quicker. And that's why I built it. Zvorak. We could try upgrading you, but you'll never have the chance. Argalis might be able to get to it, though. And you know what? Let's go for growth everywhere here. Now, the growth might allow us to upgrade this stuff faster before, well, it's all taken over. Also, how many territories do Skaven have, I wonder? We'll have to see. Alright, either way, let's see what else needs to be built. Southern Sylvania, ooh, the next level is nearly up, which is nice. Ostermark is fine, Nuln is fine, one more turn until those Demigryph Knights, and one more turn until more landships. Northern Sylvania, nothing needed here, at least not right now. I do want to upgrade all of the foundries, but they take second priority too. For example, upgrading Fildorf. We already have the wine market there. Mutland, you're fine. Forest of Gloom and Griffinwood, you're hardly priorities, no offense. Erengrad, port, yes. And Erengrad has to grow because it grows slow, so we're going to upgrade those. And that's all the cash we got. Next, Elspeth. Let's level you and let's get into it. What were we going to get here? I mean, no matter what, she's going to have at least a couple of steam tanks because she deserves them. Probably with volley guns. Or we could give her more Emperor's Rats. I don't know, I'll think about it. It depends on where we put more volley guns. Now, these things have the burnt application, but it doesn't increase fire damage. It just discourages the enemy. And the volley guns will probably do more damage at range, but these guys have that steam expulsion ability, which will enable them to take out droves of enemy infantry. I suppose at the end of the day, we still want to max out your spell work. So let's do this. Max it out. And do we want Mark of Hish for that spell resistance? Do we want Taste of Battle? You know what, we're gonna at least have, at minimum, 1 unit of Demigryph Knights, and it's probably gonna be the Royal Altdorf Griffites, so let's get Taste for Battle as well.
Every device
And just because I feel like Bruckner deserves it. Anyway, speaking of Bruckner, let's level you up, sir. Savage Soldier gives you Sundering and Frenzy. Weapon Strength and Fearsome Combatant. Aerial Leadership debuff. More Weapon Strength. Titan Headsman ability cooldown reduced. And that gives speed and melee defense reduction. Unknown Origins gives you ward save and casualty or punishment for you. Alpha Gryph will buff other Demigryphs. And, Demigryphs don't normally cause terror? Really, Demigryphs don't cause terror. I'm sorry, but if if I see a Demigryph coming at me, I would be happy if I wore the brown pants. But anyway, increase mobility. You need to get into extra powder. Piercing shots, I guess. Yeah, piercing shots. Bandolier is kind of irrelevant. And let's get speed. And extra powder. Don't care about the Mark of Hish or the other thing as yet. Hard to hit is not needed. Let's get your gun sight at... it's quite a bit of damage. Why not? Gun sight it is. Now what about you, sir? You already have that maxed out. You can then, I don't know, get Scarred Vet, which gives you a bunch of HP and even more HP via Survivalist. Put you up to 6k. Not bad. You have very low melee defense, mind you, but still pretty decent in terms of HP. Good for you. And it's time to strike. Now this one we're going to do manually because it's a settlement battle and we have no choice. But nonetheless, let's enjoy it. Oh, right. Since we're doing this manually, I can actually talk here. Hi. How are you doing? This is where I usually get to take a drink and pause in the talking for a second, but I guess not. Well, I did take a drink just now, but anyway. Anyway. Continue setting up. There's nothing to talk about while it's loading, damn it. Ah, there we go. Save me. What do we have? Oh! Ruinous is coming in as a reinforcement. Oh, well, that's interesting. Oh, that's real interesting. It's also very bad for her, but it's interesting. You guys, get into Grape Shot. Go right here. Right there. Or actually, no. Start in non-Grape Shot and regular shot. Knock down those towers. Switch to Grape Shot when Aranessa moves in. You guys, I guess fire upon the walls for a little bit, but then when Aranessa's army moves in, it will be good. You guys can deploy out here. Force them to forward the... Wait. She probably... No, she doesn't have that many aquatic troops, so that doesn't matter. Alright, you guys good? You guys good? We'll set them up properly in a bit. I just want to make sure that we can start the battle and that our artillery can start firing. And then we can redo the rest after. Knights of the Black Rose back here, and I guess behind the cannons, I guess. Doesn't really matter. It's not like you're needed to get around the enemy. Start deployment and start battle. You guys go here. Elspeth, move on forward. Start harassing those poor units up on those walls. Cannons should be able to knock down those towers quick. Huh. This might have been an opportunity to test how well the... and oh, damn. Our poor units of Fuchsia Fusiliers got kind of damage there. Well, that's just rude. How are those cannons looking? Or are those towers? First one's down. Nice. You. Cast. Don't let them move. And we'll wait for Aranessa to use your breath attack. And Purple Sun coming down. My mouse is behaving weirdly. The middle click is not working. Oh no, not mouse problems again. Not again. It's happened before. Okay. Go after that Vampire Fleet Camp. You know what? Screw it. Use your laser breath on it as well. And I love to watch the ion cannon strike, so... There we go. It also looks very nice when combined with the Spirit Leech. Man, they certainly went all out with that Carmine Dragon. You gotta love it. Anyway, and back to normal speed when we're not watching stuff. You can all go here now. Turn off skirmish mode. Engineers go here and here. Cannons. I guess you could probably break through the walls, but you can switch to grape shot for now and just sort of sit here. And then you guys behind the cannons. And then you guys can go like so. Alright. And did the enemy have flyers in this army? Also, I forgot what Elspeth's doing. Oh, you already killed the Lord? Okay, that was faster than I was expecting. I'm gonna get some kits, but at the same time we've got... don't bother with the burning head. We've got the... What is this? Ow. And we've got healing to rely upon, so we don't care. Do a non-overcast one here, and move to the new army. We also have Death's Timekeepers. Oh, who are you firing at? You're firing at these guys? I kind of want you to fire at these guys instead. Those poor bats, deck droppers. Well, the vortex rockets aren't going to work on units in the sky, I imagine. But keep moving forward. Are these man-eaters? Whoa, 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 whoa. Was that any mortars? Hello, finally. Something to cast on. Let's do that. And the mortars might be a little bit annoying. They're actually hurting, well, maybe not hurting, but damaging slightly. Our Knights of the Black Rose. Overcast this just so it does more damage. I think it can't get off the side of the map, though. I'm not 100% sure. I'd love to actually watch this part of the battle. Out of curiosity. Oh, it can move off the side of the map. Well, that's not great. You're gonna have to jump down and kill them yourself, then. And Death's Timekeeper on there and Nessa. Oh, we can also get the Dragon Breath out while we're here. Oh, there's another mortar here as well. Did I use the Timekeeper? I did indeed. Aaron Nessa. Enjoy this. Alright, move towards the rest of our army. Looks like those purple sun rockets are working. Would have been actually a pretty nice place to use that. Wait. Ion Dragon Breath again. Would have been a pretty nice place to use our Purple Sun, but oh well, not a big deal. Pop another Spirit Leech and then land among those mortars while you keep doing stuff. You're basically at full HP now. And you guys just keep on waiting. I just wanted to watch them move on in, and oh, you know what? Let's turn off skirmish mode on you and on both the engineers and on the guns here. Alright. I'm assuming you can take care of the guns. There we go. This is a really nice position, actually. A, they have to cross the water. B, we have our Amethyst gunners blocking the ford. And the other units above them. Bruckner, you might not be needed, sir. You know what? Go charge Aranessa. I want to see how you look on Reaper when you're fighting. Oh no. Okay, the burning head went out. Good. Hey, Aranessa, come back. No, don't go into the settlement. You get back here. Oh, knock out those mortars, please. Maybe she'll turn around and fight you. Ooh, you are booking it. How speedy are you? Just out of curiosity. 75 speed, eh? And this is... yeah, this is with normal speed. Looking pretty quick. Yeah, that thing doesn't cause terror. Okay. I'm somewhat terrified right now. And anyway, Bruckner. Use your abilities and fight, and that's what you do. I assume you can take care of yourself here without us having to interfere. Don't make Elspeth do this for you, or else she'll take the place of being Countess Emmanuel's champion. All right, Aranessa uses her, I want to say sadistic snare, but that's Zatan's ability. Spearfisher's net, isn't it? Yeah, Spearfisher's net. Ah, good job, Present Ruinous. Alright, how you doing, Bruckner? Well, you're getting hit by some of our own units. Artillery, relax, stop firing. Elspeth, alright, I guess you're gonna have to bail him out. Maybe he can't fight both Aranessa and some animated hulks. I can move our ranger. Oh, they're firing anyway. Oh, wow, Bruckner. You are taking damage. Alright, fine. I wanted to watch a duel, sir, but I guess, well... Elspeth will do it. I'll do that, and we'll pop the Death's Timekeeper, and we will pop the Laser Breath all at once. Aranessa, I think you're dead. That's 3 highly damaging spells all at once, and down goes Aranessa. And that, Bruckner, is how you champion. Alright, anyway, you can at least, I imagine, fight some animated Hulks without too much trouble. Yeah, sorry about the camera work once again being wonky, it's jumping around. Alright, Bruckner will heal up because he has regen, and I kind of forgot that the rest of the enemy army still needs to be destroyed. Alright. Artillery, you can get back in action. Cannons, switch to regular shot and break down this wall right there. Aranessa is dead, so we can head Elspeth in. Pop a Spirit Leech and a Fate of Bune at once on those Morngulls. And then hit them at the same time. Should be able to melt them away fairly soon. Knights of the Black Rose, you're in. You move faster. And then let's move everybody else in as well. Engineers, you can come along and play as well. Elspeth, you having some fun with those Morngulls? They're probably not having some fun. Ooh, you love that dragon breath from the Carmine Dragon. I love the color scheme in general. And return to the graves. Alright, how are we doing? Elspeth's back up to full HP, Bruckner is above half. What do we have here? Zombie-powered gunnery mob, there's some units out here. Well, we'll hunt them down and destroy them. And, oh, we don't need to go through that gate. We can go through here. Knights of the Black Rose and Co. Artillery, ceasefire. And just so that you don't get killed. And Elspeth, you can pop a purple sun right there. While you head towards that unit of zombie-powered gunnery mobs and ignore the enemy towers. Bruckner, you can be Group 2. And move together with the knights to kill off whatever's in here. Group 3 can be you guys and you guys.
Forged for battle.
And is the enemy army beginning to melt away already? Yeah, it is. Alright, Carmine Dragon's just posing up here. And yeah, the enemy army is done for. Easy little fight. Alright, I think Bruckner will work together a lot better once we give him the Royal Altar of Griffites to lead. Alright, and well also he's only level 9 to be fair. It's not like he has insane levels or anything like that. Or he was level 9, I'm not sure what he's going to be after this. Elspeth, 55,000 damage. Frankly, she took care of a lot of that on her own, but really any dragon-riding caster lord is going to be obnoxiously strong. So Manfred and Malekith are both capable of the same thing, except that Manfred and Malekith are probably stronger in the sense that in a melee fight, both of those will actually rip you apart, but Elspeth is fairly fragile even on the dragon. She needs to still be relatively careful, especially because she's not a true hybrid lord. She's a caster lord with a dragon. She doesn't actually have too much in the way of fighting capabilities, as she doesn't actually have a tree, a fighty tree, so there's that. Anyway, free Wailing Banner, and more importantly, a free Sartosa.
Let us take it. There may be truths to uncover.
And hopefully we'll keep, yes, we will keep the Peg Street Pawn Shop, so that's a little bit more resources for trade, and hopefully we can make use of those immediately.
Elspeth
I
von
don't like how you're here, meaning we're going to leave the settlement
Following the footprints
and not
of
suffer
the
attrition. And can't channel. And SFO, I think it doesn't cost anything to do this, so you can always leave a settlement and channel at the end of the turn. Though I guess for Elspeth specifically it doesn't matter. Anyway, Pirates Court to Zowers. We switch to the Council of Burgomeisters. We... Warrior Priest. Not sure I like any of these all that much. I would prefer one that was... Okay, here's what we'll do. You, in,
Let us forge
and
our
out.
faith.
In,
What do you require?
and out. We'll mill through them a little bit. They are fairly cheap after all, and we won't delete that right now. We have a ways to go for Smithy's Tavern, but we can build the orchards or we could build the basic walls. And I'm inclined to say we have to focus on the walls, though growth is also needed, even with the port there. You know what? We'll build the growth first. Wait, does this cause growth? No. You'd think it would, though. A place that provides lots of wine, especially to pirates. You'd think it would grow quick. Ooh, hello. We got new friends. Wait. Don't trade with them yet, because there might be other trade. No, there's no other trades. And, oh! Boris survived. Really, Boris? You're alive. You're actually alive. You made me work so hard to keep you alive in the Malachi campaign, but here you're just fine, just chilling. Okay, okay, game, fine. I'm not mad. You're mad. Okay, wait, how do we do this? I want the trade agreement, but at the same time, I just wanted a straight up defensive alliance, but whatever. We'll do that. Give us money.
Certainly.
We can spend it better than you, I'm sure.
All right.
And the reason I wanted the defensive alliance was for the vision that it was inevitably going to offer. Damn, 7 turns for the rifled barrels. That's quite a bit. At 7 turns, I'm tempted to go for amethyst armor or something else instead. I mean, it's a great upgrade, don't get me wrong. But we could get ordnance canisters for all of our artillery, we could get speed and mass for tanks and land ships. Yeah, I mean, then again, that's actually probably a less good upgrade than this is, to be fair. Those 2 upgrades together are weaker than this one. Nah, fine, we'll still go for rifled barrels. We're good. We are good. And I believe we're good in terms of this turn, unless I'm mistaken. You're going to reclaim Verdanos and whatever here. Hopefully you don't push too far, but it's not like we have an army nearby that can deal with this. We could just send the land ships down there. But I want them to join this army, or these armies, so that they can act on their own. Anyway, real quick, let's go from the bottom this time. I just want to see if there's something upgradable for the 3.6k we have. Actually, you know what? Screw. Oh. Ah, screw it. Skip on turn. And we're looking like we're out of time. I see... Really? This guy's name's Karnath? You just name him Korn? Okay. Korn's not going to be upset about... Well, I guess out of all the Chaos Gods, he might not be that upset about it. As long as you bring him skulls, what does he care? If anything, maybe carrying his name, and not even having a name of your own, devoting yourself entirely, your entire existence to Khorne, unto even naming yourself Khorne. Maybe he would appreciate that decline. We'll join the war against those guys eventually. Alright, settlement lost for Danos. We'll see about that. Ally begins outpost construction. We'll need to construct an outpost with them as well. You can quickly knock this out. And get the 151 schematics for that, not bad. Then what I would like you to do... Oh wow, it's going to cost all our movement range to go to the Skull Island. Alright, fine, we're going to have to wait on it. I really wanted Miragliano, but we have to prioritize going here and knocking this one army out. Ready for duty, Andreas Meyer, Master Engineer, Ripperhorn Tribe. It would be nice if you actually showed us where they appeared, because... I would like to know if there's suddenly a stack in the middle of one of our territories. Hopefully it'll just say if somebody was trespassing, i.e. they were trespassing. Anyway, Elspeth, go hunt this down. What's the likelihood that they go for Myrmidons? They might, but even they might sack it, but it's not like we've invested a lot into that anyway. Anyway, with that, unfortunately, folks, we are out of time. Did do a lot of admin this particular episode, but we had a couple of fun battles. The mechanical army, or the start of the mechanical army, and did decently, and it's gonna do a lot more decently shortly, as we now have more land ships to join them, and eventually we'll have steam tanks as well. I would also like to check... Do we have a lord that can actually check right now? I wanted to check global recruitment, but we can no longer do so. Oh, you know what? What we can do is go to... One of the other Hawkland Scopes guys is back up and running, eh? Wait, engineers? Ah, there we go. There's an actual Hawkland Scopes guy. We need you on the field. A moment. You, more Hawkland Scopes. You can never have enough Hawkland Scopes, as far as I'm concerned. You are going to recruit 2 units of... I guess Halberdier Demigryph Knights. For Elspeth, rather than the lances. Do we need... It's not like we really need the anti-infantry to pop into Elspeth's army. Now, the other thing that I wanted to check was this. The reason I really wanted a lord was to go to Allied Recruitment and see Karazakarak. Oh, we do have flame cannons, but they still haven't built their airships. Oh, come on, come on. Would you please build an airfield? What did you build here? Oh, they have the Karazakarak airfield, but it doesn't actually allow them recruitment. Speed for gyrocopters, gyrobombers, and thunder barges, but you can't build them, game, please. Why are you doing this to me? Why? Let's hope that they build the airfield and some... Ah, yes, they're building it here. Black Crag will bail us out. Alright. That's fine, then we're gonna have to wait a little bit until they're ready, but it looks like we will indeed get thunder barges thundering along with the with our other army, and if we can get an alliance going with Karak Kadrin, they have one as well. I can't wait to see them in combination with steam tanks and land ships, and frankly, Cathay, if we could also get a couple sky junks in there, that would be just lovely. But we'll have to see about that. Anyway, we'll have to see all that next time. More Elspeth to come, so stay tuned. Next time we'll wipe out Sartosa and then maybe move towards Skarbrand, maybe teleport up north. The Empire is our oyster to this point. So stay tuned for more. Don't forget to leave those likes and comments below, especially to Threshold. All glory to the algorithm. And I'd love to hear your opinions on where we go next and what we do next, especially since most of the Empire is starting to look surrounded and safe. I mean, there's Bellicor and this stuff, and yeah, I'm rambling. There's more enemies. We'll get them. We'll get them all.